It is back to school time here in Kentucky. I've got a daughter who is a junior in high school. And if you are like me, you are struggling with finding those healthier breakfast options, lunch options. So I wanted to kind of take you through what I picked up today at the grocery store to give my daughter for breakfast. Okay, now we had a little come to Jesus yesterday because kind of as a family, we've been living our best life over the summertime. And definitely with her, she has fallen kind of off track with some of the goals that we've been working on at the end of the year. And, she's feeling the repercussions of that. Okay. She's got, she's breaking out more on her face. She's bloated. She has gas. I mean, definitely you can tell that the quality of her diet is impacting the way that her body's functioning. And she realizes that. Myself included, okay? I have not been making the best choices over the last couple of weeks. So we're, as a family, getting our act together. So we kind of sat down yesterday and I was basically like, I want to focus on breakfast, okay? Junior year is such a challenging year. Her course load is much harder than it's ever have been. I know the importance of getting a good balanced breakfast in her in the morning for her ability to focus and retain knowledge and all the things. She don't get it, but I get it. And she's hard, okay? She is hard. She's not gonna eat the things that I would like her to eat, okay? She can't make it simple for me. And again, I think a lot of you are probably in the same boat. But so this is gonna be a little bit of a trial and error, okay? And I really wanna preface what I have to show you with the fact that I don't want your judgment, okay? So if you're gonna be here to judge the choices that I'm providing with my child, then just stop now, okay? Stop the video, unfollow, I don't need it, all right? I am going to do my best to find the best options that she will eat. That is the challenge, okay? Yes, I can buy yogurt, but she's not gonna eat yogurt, all right? Yes, I could buy hard-boiled eggs, but she's not gonna eat hard-boiled eggs, okay? I was like, what will you eat? And she was like, I'll eat cereal. And I was like, cereal? No. Cinnamon rolls? No. Okay, so again, it's about like a compromise, all right? So, these choices are not perfect. And I don't need the food police in my comments telling me that they have seed oils or whatever, okay? So that's my disclaimer to you, all right? It is all about progress, not perfection. And I think most of you can kind of feel the challenge that I'm experiencing because you're probably experiencing it too. So when I'm looking, my goal for my daughter, and these are kind of the things that we've set up, number one, she's got to drink more water, okay? She just doesn't drink, and if she is drinking, she leans on like sugary drinks like a lemonade. She doesn't drink soda, but she likes a lemonade. She'll go to Starbucks, get a refresher. And we've talked about drinks that are loaded with sugar are not serving your complexion. They're not serving your gut, your bloating, your gas. So our goal number one is to drink more water. Okay. So she actually bought a Hydro Flask, and she said she actually bought a smaller one. And I loved this kind of concept. And she said, you know what? I think that I will drink more if I have a smaller glass that maybe I fill twice a day versus a huge one that I never finish. So that's goal number one, drink more water, all right? Goal number two is to incorporate as much protein and fiber at every meal, okay? So we wanna add protein and fiber. She eats very little protein. Obviously, if she wants cereal for breakfast, there's very little protein there. If she wants cinnamon rolls for breakfast, there's very little protein there. So when I was at the store today, my goal was to find some breakfast options that are gonna give her some protein, okay? I'd love for her to get somewhere between 15 to 20 grams of protein at breakfast. But again, it's like a little bit of progress, not perfection. And you know, fiber is going to be a little bit harder at breakfast. We're going to work on that at lunch. I'm going to do a whole separate video about lunch. But also to avoid as much added sugar as possible. That is the key, okay? Natural sugar, okay. Added sugar, we want to avoid. Now, I'm just going to warn you, these are not added sugar-free options, okay? So again, in some cases, for me, it was hard to find something. At the end of the day, I know that she'll eat avocado toast with egg. You know, I can make that. She talked about eating, you know, sourdough with peanut butter and a banana. That's another great option. So those are kind of a couple of our go-tos that we'll look at, but here are the other things that I picked up. Now, I asked her, I was like, will you drink a protein shake? You know, can I send you out the door with a protein shake? And she was like, no, but I'll drink a smoothie, okay? And yes, I could make a smoothie with frozen foods and, you know, all the things. But what I have found in the past with blending up smoothie and fresh fruit and things like that, it makes this huge smoothie. And you know, yes, I'll put a scoop of protein in it, but she doesn't drink half of it. She has a very small appetite. So it's almost like it defeats the purpose. And then in my mind, it's like, it's also like a ton of sugar. Yes, it's natural sugar. So again, what I found was these kind of like yogurt drinks. So I've got the Oikos. This has 23 grams of protein in it. It has 0 added sugar. So I loved that. All right. So I got the peach and I got the strawberry banana. Okay. So I'm going to see, again, she may hate these. She may hate them. I love the size. I feel like this is a size that she'll actually drink all of it. Love this product, okay? I also grabbed the Chobani 20 gram of protein. Again, no added sugar. I love that, all right? 20 grams of protein. This concerns me. I feel like it's a little big. It's a little bit bigger. Obviously, it's got more protein. Or no, it's got the same amount of protein. And I just am worried she's not gonna drink all of it, okay? But again, if she drinks half of it, that's 10 grams. I'm good with that. So I got these little yogurt drinks that are kind of like smoothies for her to try. So that's number one. Number two, she loves bagels, okay? Bagels and cream cheese, super simple. So I found these Live Carb Smart Everything bagels. I really wanna get the Hero bagels. That's my favorite bread brand. The ingredients are chef kiss for that brand, but my store didn't have them and I needed something. I grabbed these because a typical bagel has somewhere between 5 to 8 grams of protein. This one has 15. All right, so again, another win. It has 2 added sugar, so not bad. It actually has 27 grams of fiber. So that's amazing. Okay, so it's a really high fiber food. These don't have any fiber, which I'm not surprised. Yes, very little fiber. So this will be a high fiber, great protein breakfast that she can eat. So I got these bagels that she's gonna try. I wish she would eat yogurt. I wish she would, but she just won't, you know? I mean, it's like, boo, just eat the damn yogurt, you know? So I'm gonna try cottage cheese and fruit, okay? Again, this may be a stretch, but it's something that we haven't tried. We've tried a lot of the yogurts. She doesn't really like them. She won't eat them. So I'm gonna try the cottage cheese and fruit. I love cottage cheese and pineapple. This has 13 grams of protein, 4 grams of added sugar, so not too bad. The serving size is small. I feel like it's a portion that she can handle. Again, I would love for her to eat some Greek yogurt that has 20 grams of protein, but we're gonna see if she will eat this, okay? And then the last thing I grabbed were these egg bites, all right? She loves the, are you gonna say hi? She loves the Starbucks egg bites, but she doesn't like them when I buy them and put them in, and they come from the freezer. So, I mean, again, is this what y'all are dealing with? This is what I'm dealing with. And I know a lot of you are like, well, you have a recipe for these. I do. And she won't eat those. Okay. So I'm just going to try these. Again, she may hate everything I've tried and I'm back to square one. I'm going to be making avocado toast every morning. But I really want to have just some quick and easy go-to. So These are great, 19 grams of protein each. Look at this boy. Look at this boy needs to be underlined. Yes, big boy. So again, this would be great. Let's see here. It has obviously no fiber, but no added sugars. So that's what I've got, okay? Those are the things that I grabbed, I picked up. I'm gonna keep you posted. You know, I am in the process of launching this teen program, tentatively looking at doing a session in November. And honestly, I'm just implementing these strategies that I want to teach you guys to help your teens with my own teen and see how it works. And we've been doing it for about the past 6 to 12 months. You know, we've been going to burn together. We've been, you know, again, can you drink more water? You know, can we add more protein, add more fiber? Like that's really the focus of the protein is what things can we add, okay? To improve your overall health. And a lot of times when you focus on the things that you can add, it crowds out the things that you need to be taking away. So I'll keep you guys posted how it goes. I'll maybe sit down and she can go through what she liked, what she didn't like. If you guys have ideas of, you know, meals and breakfast options that you're, oh, I did have one more. Already put them away. So I also picked up, she does love these Kodiak French toast sticks. She doesn't love the waffles. That's another great option. Kodiak pancakes, Kodiak waffles, they tend to have a little bit more protein in them. If you can use some like maple syrup, you know, even just maybe just some butter, no syrup, even better. So these are great because they don't need any syrup. And again, they do have 9 grams of added sugar, so they're kind of like the top of, you know, of everything that I ordered. But when she was like cinnamon rolls, I was like, okay, well, is this a good alternative? Because she will get 10 grams of protein from it. So another option. But let's help each other, guys, okay? Let's help each other make small steps in the right direction to get our children eating less sugar and eating more protein and fiber, more whole foods, drinking more water, and being more active. That's the key. Let me know what you think.